Welcome to Indigenous Cuties. So today we're going to be going over some fun facts and having some fun with this video. I'm basically going to show you two of my Indigenous dolls. So this one here is Starry Wolf. She's really cute. She's got brown hair, the dark Kaya mold, a gray eye, and a brown eye. And then she has a sprinkle of freckles. She has hearing aids and earrings. So she's very custom, very cool. She was a really fun one to make. I really enjoyed making her because I thought that she turned out really cool. It's always my intention to make this doll Indigenous, so I'm really happy how she turned out. And then we have this one. This one here is Singing Bird, and she is obviously Kirsten's friend from the books. This one I actually got used. I didn't design this one. I actually got her used, but she came with this hairstyle here, which makes me think that it has kind of that look to it that makes me think of an Indigenous doll. And I thought Singing Bird would be a good name for her, because I think that she looks very much like Singing Bird from Kirsten's books. So to go over this one's got black hair. She also has brown eyes. They're like a light tenny brown, and she has a medium skin tone. Really cute doll. So let's go over the dolls here. You can see them side by side, and now that we know who the dolls are, I can go into other topics. First of all, there's been a lot of controversy around what's been going on. I've addressed it on my community, so I'm gonna try to think a little bit more positive with this post. I feel like, there's some things that people do need to be aware of, like insults. Be very cautious about what you call someone. Obviously, do not call anyone a redskin or Pocahontas, especially to their face. I mean, they're considered insults, so be cautious of that. And also, I find that it's really interesting how culture has changed over time. So, I mean, I think people have admitted that a lot of things have gone wrong over the years with history, because America was buying land for a while with trades and things, and then things went wrong because they were getting too much land, and then they tried to give it back, and then they took it back, and there's been a lot going on over the years. So for a while there was this phrase Indian giver, when you would give someone something and then you would take it back. They called it an Indian giver. I don't know if anybody uses that phrase anymore, but it's probably not politically correct to use that phrase. But it was around for a while. People were using it for a while because they thought it was funny, but I don't know if people even use that anymore. Yeah, but that was a phrase when I was a kid everybody would use. You're an Indian giver because you gave me that and you took it back, Yeah, so it's very interesting how things have changed over time. What's appropriate now is definitely not the same as what was appropriate 10 years ago, what was appropriate 20 years ago. A lot of things have definitely changed culture-wise. So if you have dolls to do this with, definitely post your dolls having some fun or doing some fun stuff. Yeah, these girls really enjoy each other's company, and they have a lot to talk about sometimes. I really like how this one, I really went for the hearing aid and things, because it definitely shows that, people can be very diverse. And I really like how I gave her hearing aids and I gave her one gray eye and one brown. I was trying to make her blind in one eye. I'm not sure if that got across, but that was what I was going for, was her to be blind in the gray eye, and then her brown eye she sees out of. So yeah, her name is Starry Wolf. Like I said, that was what I was going for, her being blind in one eye and having hearing aids in both ears, because people can be very different. And I think that that's a really fun idea, to have like a doll that's very different. So I went with that. So yeah, every doll can be different. Like, you can make whatever you want to make with the create your own generator. But do be cautious that when you're making the Kaya mold dolls, that you're making a doll that, looks nice, because, it was a mold that was really only intended for indigenous dolls originally, but I know people do make other ethnicities with this mold, which isn't a problem. But keep in mind that you have to be cautious about making anything that's, like, people might find strange. Like, I really like mine, but make sure it looks nice when you create a Kaya mold doll, because people could get offended if you make one that looks really odd. But I don't think with the create your own generator you can make a doll that looks really bad. I think that they designed it where most of the combinations would look good. So I don't think you can make one that looks bad. I've never seen a create your own that looks horrible, but everybody's got their own taste and things. So I don't honestly think you can make one that looks bad. Scrap that. I don't think you can make one that looks bad. But keep in mind that it was originally for indigenous dolls, and then they tried to use it for Logan, and that was controversial. And then they put it on the generator just for the boy dolls, and then that was controversial, so they made it for all of the dolls. And I do think that I don't think they ever fixed the eyebrows on these. So she does have really bushy brows, but that doesn't really bother me. She's still a girl doll. She just has very bushy brows. It doesn't bother me, really. But I know some people that might bother them, that these create your own still have kind of a bushy brow. Unless they fix that, they may have. But she kind of has like a bushy eyebrow. That's just how she is. But I still like her a lot. I think that she turned out really good. But I know that a lot of doll collectors may be picky, and maybe you don't want a bushy brow, but I don't know if they've actually fixed that where she has like different brows now. But I think that they did that when they were trying to just promote the boy dolls with the Kaya mold. They did the bushy brows, and then they took it back, and decided to allow people to make anything they wanted with the Kaya mold because it was controversial, which was a good move. And yeah, this girl's really cute. Yeah. So the reason why this girl has an open mouth, well, I didn't design her, but I'm guessing she was always meant to be Singing Bird, but I didn't design her. I think that they went with that because of, obviously, Kaya, they originally were going to do a classic mold. But then the Nez Perce tribe told American Girl, no, that's not going to work. It's a sign of aggression, so they fixed it. And that's the reason why Kaya has the closed mouth to begin with, because it was told to be a sign of aggression to have the teeth showing. So they were trying to be culturally accurate, which I appreciate. But with Singing Bird, since she was from a different tribe, they could do the classic mold, possibly. I'm not saying 100%. I would have to look into the details for that, but it's possible that they could do a classic mold for Singing Bird, to make a different look to the doll. So, yeah. Yeah, I really like these dolls. I think that they turned out really good, and I hope you guys like them as well. And I will see you guys soon. Make sure to join Indigenous Cuties if you want to spread awareness for lives of Indigenous people and that they matter, and that it's not that they don't, because I feel like there's a lot of people that got caught up in the Posh Peanut collab and they didn't really think of what was really going on. And I'll see you guys next time.